ground.
Terrifying stump of that deagle through the smoke.
When did this oof thing start? Sean Gares loves him some oof as well.
That is definitely something I've gotten off Twitter from North American players. And it's just made its way into my vocabulary. It's strange.
The oof.
Oof and yikes. Yikes is being way overused too right now.
I haven't heard so much yikes, but yikes is an old thing anyway. I mean, that's like Scooby-Doo, isn't it?
It's like how do you overuse yikes when yikes has been around?
Yeah. Yikes is white people. You won't hear me saying that. Oof makes me think hoof.
That's a weird picture to have in your head every time you hear oof.
Not roof. Doesn't make me think roof. Does make me think hoof.
But there, I said it almost as a what is it? What is the word for a sound? A sound like moo or something. A word for a sound.
Yeah, that sounds like the sound itself. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to read a dictionary.
Anyways, Renegades wrapping arch with 5. Nope. They've left one in mid. Gade hears all these footsteps. There's too many terrorists everywhere, swarming him. And closing on his box. He's called the police, but they're late. They're in the library. He's taking a detour.
Are you a Zerg man?
I play Protoss.
Brotos.
But yes, they are getting swarmed. Swarmed by the lings.
Boss toss.
Boss toss.
I need to watch some.
Oh man.
I need to watch some StarCraft. I follow Tastosis on Twitter, so I always see them tweeting about the next thing going on, but not always able to watch it. I'm a busy man. What can I say?
What's very fun is the streams of people playing Brood Warrior Remastered, the retired players, and like Flash. Yeah. They're personal streams because you get to see their POV, how fast they are. Those are good. You can go on Team Liquid and see.
I just want to watch matches. I want to watch matches. I used to subscribe to MRG TV to watch StarCraft.
Oh wow.
True. Oh, hello. Shades of Oscar from Mouse Sports.
Eliminated.
And there's 2 of them. Is this a 90 ping special from Optic Gaming? Core blimey, son. Rattling off extra shots. Yeah, you know where I be. And what I'm about.
He's doing more than half your team gets killed by an auto shotgun in the first 20 seconds of a round.
Too much leg.
Bang.
Beautiful. Config, one of the more outspoken players. We need more of his ilk.
He tweeted, I think he tweeted GG, the better team won. It was kind of a salty tweet after, I can't remember who he lost to, but with a smiley face. And Dazzle retweeted it after yesterday's match where he had to play on high ping, sarcastically. Thought that was pretty funny. All in good fun.
Optic Yugi. How far we have come.
That's such a strange timeline.
Yeah. I think all the drama worked out for the best. Not one to really care for drama so much, but
I think Stan's happy. Complexity seems very happy right now in general. And Optic, they got their all Danish lineup.
Yeah, so
they pulled the strings.
Now you wonder what will become of Peter.
This might be a great, yeah, that's a...
But that's about it, really. I mean, Slemmy was a stand-in out of retirement.
Back to
so really, Peter is the only casualty.
Gotta break some eggs, I guess. Agent B from the oranges with the AK connecting the spray. It's actually repositioned as well. Just in time for support from Config. He goes out with the fire.
Oh, they were not expecting JKS's position, and perhaps there is an opportunity here, but the pre-fire from Snappy. Under the cover of a fountain. Hiding with the fishes. Not wanting to be He's sleeping with the fishes. It's a long-range duel. He's got 7 HP though, so this shotgun is viable. Snappy going for the reload, I think. You can shoot at the same time. I think there are very small windows where you can't shoot while reloading and also shotgun. I don't quite understand how it works.
Yeah, you can kind of cancel the animation.
Yeah, for the most part, you can shoot.
I think JKS is thinking, all right, this is like Space Invaders. The closer he gets, the harder he is to hit. But I'm very low on HP. I would like to time this peak properly. How do I end this and not look awful? And Yugi going for a very aggressive pick out mid. It's quite safe for a few seconds, and he actually not just overstays his welcome, but strafes into Nifty's ankle, who he wasn't expecting would hold a smoke like that.
It's really enjoyable to watch Kusta's CT picks from top mid. Really enjoyable, and I have to say, somewhat off topic, but I'm really happy to see where he is with his team at the moment. I think he definitely came into his own during his time on CLG, and now continues it with the likes of Steel, which is really cool.
Yeah. CLG was almost a downward spiral for a lot of players, but it seems like most of them have survived and flourished. Ethan on NRG. And FNS is now on Cloud 9.
Is Cutler on X Splice or something?
He's on X Splice, yep.
So that's the only question mark, really.
That is a question mark, yeah. But they've just retained their Pro League spot, which is something.
Something to build upon.
Gotta start from somewhere.
They should start their own team, their own brand, and join Weezer.
That'd be an oof.
What?
That'd be an oof.
Call it Team Bardolph.
That'd be an oof and a yikes. Are you gonna send them to LAN, James?
Hopefully, I won't need to. Hopefully, they'll win their place at LAN.
But they gotta get there. You're gonna pay for the hotels and everything?
Well, surely the organizer does.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's easy. What about salaries, James?
Well, they should get some money for being in the league, so that'll do for now.
They heard you talk like that about what their potential salary might be.
They can keep the prize money.
Oh, it's very generous. That's true. That's meritocracy then, with that team. You win, then you eat. Sink or swim, right?
Oh my god. Ooh. Call of Duty. Got that bonus. What are those things called in Call of Duty where
Perks.
you can like drop a missile on people?
Those are called perks. Unlock perks. Look at these nades. The flashes actually help them separate those nades. Man.
I feel like those nades could have got a lot more.
The last two, yeah.
A lot more done.
Oh man, imagine if everyone died.
Well, look at you, negative Nancy.
I know, that's not something I would say normally. That's only reserved for rounds at Counter-Strike.
You must listen to Tool.
Actually, a very nice person.
Ooh, I did wonder about that second kill. But the second kill is with Snappy, and he spots the third player as he backs off with 13 HP. No need to engage any further. Can reset the situation with his teammate. Those coffins are wall-bangable. Penetrable, I suppose is more appropriate to say.
Oh my
Crouch peek from Cage and B. And let's not forget, these boys are on 90 ping.
That was very sly. Very sly. Important second kill. Good patience. Recovered the mechanics. Yugi from the back.
From the back.
From the back. They'd like to make this 2 in a row. Renegade's not doing too bad right now. They're all right. They still got some food on their plate. And Yugi, oh my gosh! When you take 60 damage like that, you really want the kill.
I respect it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's a tough flick. But at the same time, they've actually done the double aggression and pushed someone down banana.
Oh dear. He thought he was compromised, and he was compromised, but not the way he thought. He thought he was compromised from the front, he was compromised from the back. Snappy with an off angle, punishes you still are looking for, one of the more common ones. Manages to get his reload in. Jacob with a few steps and a headshot. Can he deliver more though? He's put 2 players in the red, which makes things awkward. They're all in trouble now, these Optic players, and Azza is on site for supports. KGB on the flank, the Molotov is perfectly timed. He can't afford to go through it, and I don't know what just happened there.
Just living up
I
his name.
can only assume that he wanted to go into boiler and the fire spread at the same time. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. in that situation. 2 on 2 now, or is it 2 on... Oh, no. Oh, no. Did Jacob just drop while he was alive?
Oh, no, he did, yeah. Hold on a second. I thought it was JKS that was alive. Wait.
Yeah, Jacob is on the right-hand side. Don't worry. Anyway.
Oh.
As May just survived this. Oh, no. It was a CT who dropped. It was a CT who dropped. But because of the way...
Oh, my God. No, he doesn't have time.
Okay, so basically, what happens with custom HUDs is because, long story short, because of the way things are programmed in the back of the game, if somebody drops, it messes up the HUD. But there's nothing we can do about that until Valve fix the thing on their side of things. So sometimes you see it in other HUDs as well. Someone drops from the server, and then someone from one team ends up on the other side, and blah blah blah. It turns into an informational mess.
Follow, please.
So there we go.
Okay. That hero defuse would have actually been very important for Optic to put the 2 in a row on the board, save their economy. They would have retained the op. They actually sacrificed a lot. I mean, it's a 1v2, but they sacrificed the op for the opportunity to catch Renegades doing something very dumb. But that round was all, I guess, all Jacob who got all that damage in on the 3 Arch players. Cajun. Color red called Cajun.
Oh! Man, I love shotguns. There's a reason I own 3 of them. The carnage continues. Trivia, I actually own a Nova. That is my pump shotty.
Do you go skeet shooting with it? Is it skeet shooting?
Clay shooting.
Clay shooting?
I'll tell you about that in a moment. Let's see how this plays out first. Snappy's been smoked off in the arch position, doing his best, but they are far advanced of the spray. Ooh, thinning the numbers, but he's only got 3 bullets, has to fall back, has to reload. Keeps an eye on the flames, does not want to fall the way his teammate did. He'll fall to Nifty's bullets instead, and it's Yuki with the pre-fire. 1 versus 2, no kit. Is there one? He has a flash. He can bounce a flash off the wall into the site and face Piss at the same time. Or maybe... Oh, he's picked up a molly. Does he go for the molly in the corner of the pit? I think he's going to do it. Go on, Yugi. Pull out the molly. Pull out the molly. They're exiting the other way instead. So, with a Nova, on a shooting range, a pump shotgun is dangerous because if you have a shotgun with 2 barrels, then you can break it, which means when it's open, as you would when you would load shotgun shells, people can see it's broken, it can't be shot. However, so you know there's no shells in it. However, with a pump shotgun, you can't break it in the same fashion. So unless you have a safety flag where you pull back the barrel and you put the big orange safety flag in the barrel, unbeknownst to you, you might forget and you might have a shotgun shell in it and accidentally shoot someone. So generally speaking, pump shotguns are not allowed on shooting ranges for that reason. So you'd probably use it to hunt pigeon, for example. But if you were on a shooting range, then unless you got special permission, as I did last time when we filmed with it, you would have a double-barrel shotgun.
That's kind of, it feels counterintuitive to me, the thought of using a shotgun to go. But I do remember the scene from Wedding Crashers where they go quail hunting, and I think they use a shotgun for that. But is it because they're shooting out multiple pellets at once?
Yeah, because it has a spread. Right. So if you have a longer barrel on your gun, then the spread will stay tighter over a longer period of a longer distance. Which is why the Nova has better range than the other shotguns for that reason, because it has a longer barrel in this game. That is why. My Nova has a 20, I think it has a 28-inch barrel. I think the default is 26. Or maybe it's 28 and I got a 30. Either way, I've got an extra 2 inches.
It's always good to be able to say. Oof. Somehow not a headshot. It looked like multiple hits.
So there's some Nova trivia for you. That's why the sawn-off shotgun is good at very close quarters because it has a wide spread.
So sawn-off shotgun is just literally when they saw. Is it the saw off a Nova? Is that what it is?
It's anything.
Really. And saw off any gun.
Yeah,
shotgun.
It is a pump shotgun, so I suppose you could say yes.
Is that just some gangster thing to do, or is there like some?
I mean, if you're like robbing something and you need to swing around, then shorter barrel will be easier for sure.
Okay.
I don't know what practical purpose it has.
Right. Fits in the pants.
Maybe like if you work for the police and you're dealing with dangerous dogs. Anyway, Yugi trying to hold down the arch position. Not quite a shotgun. He's got a rifle. Flashbang off his angle, but he'll go back, have another look, and he's got past the angle, but he can't quite get there again. 2 plays lost now for Renegades as for Optic as Renegades start to push in. Cajun B trying to deliver something, but rather he will be the recipient. Config going for the no-scopes with the scout, trying to finish things off with the USP, but Jacob is still alive. It's a nice shot from Snappy, 1 versus 2 now. Grenades towards the short position on the porch. It's a nice area, you can stand underneath it, throw a flashbang on top of your teammate, and you're good to go.
With 15 seconds on that smoke, he's going to be very discouraged about thinking about this retake. Clearly, he's got an op too, and they're down so many rounds, they're not going to be able to buy. I mean, an exit would be nice, but more than anything, staying alive should be #1 priority here. Oh boy, he put it on the line.
What does he get out of that?
Not
Look
much,
at the money they have. What is the point of that?
Yeah, I mean, they've Renegades, even if they lost the kill there, they would have been able to buy for these next 2 rounds. So it's hard to say.
I can only assume that is tilt because of ping, because otherwise that's just completely pointless. And I mean, now half of them have gone for a force buy in this round.
That was my first thought too.
So I think that they are just they don't have the mental strength to play the best counter strike they can when they're in the wrong continent. Especially with that ping, the AWP would very much come in handy, you would think.
Yeah, I'm sure Yugi was watching that play with a heavy heart.
Yeah, so that is disappointing. Regardless of your situation, should not be doing things like that, really.
It was an interesting Arch split where they sent Azza by himself, who plays Arch on CT side, to go and wrap by himself, kind of taking his time. They smoked everything for him, but they sent the majority up lane, so they still do the Arch split. They still put pressure there. Azza still gets his kill, but they send the majority up lane. Something new.
45-second mark. Renegades are static.
Optic Gaming, poor as can be, huddled around the garbage fire in A site. Talking about strength in numbers.
Now, 25 seconds remaining. And pushing the site. This is never a good idea.
Whoa.
Just never. 5 versus 5, and there's less than 30 seconds. Don't really have the information. They don't get a single kill.
That was...
Why do they make it so hard for themselves?
Something else, right? It's some teams totally psych themselves up when they don't get a kill or they don't see anybody, and they just don't know what to. They're like, all right, well, we're gonna do this and this and this in the beginning of the round, and that means we're gonna at least take 1 fight. Oh, there's no fights. Well then, how come the other team knew we were gonna do that? What are they thinking? And then they second guess themselves, and then before you know it, there's not enough time to do everything safely, even a standard play.
Nifty looking for a boost over the smoke. Pre-fire. Warning shots perhaps. The smoke. Oh, that's really unlucky for Yugi because it looked like the flashbang was going behind him, but he was betrayed. He was betrayed by the counter-striking geometry. That's really unlucky. That's got to be annoying. On a normal day, I think Config gets a kill there.
Yeah, that looks good too.
This is the last round of the first half. Optic looking for number 4. Nifty making grand assumptions through the smoke. And now Optic have a man advantage. 2 players per site. K2V moving into position, dropping a Molotov, trying to anticipate response from Renegades. 2 of their 3 players now on Banana, including the bomb. There goes another one. Optic Gaming looking pretty good for number 4.
Looks like feeder scene. Cajun, thought he would have an easier time than that. But alive. private quad with teammates on the way. Just wants to play the waiting game. Knows that eventually he has to peak, and that's why JKS hasn't tried to advance either. As he slowly creeps up, continuously spots his equipment and leg and an arm. Now has to, oh my goodness, hit the spray. 4 kills in a round. Renegades win 3-12.
That is a robbery. JKS.
That's so
Especially
crazy.
with all the time that Config wasted. There are 12 seconds on the clock here.
Oh, he did his job. Config.
Beautiful.
Wow.
But again, you kind of have to give, well...
That is
take
what
some
Counter-Strike
benefit
is
of the
about, right? It's about creating those pressure cooker situations and then seeing once in a while seeing the individual like shine through the interference. That's crazy. Like there is nothing more they could do about that. He hits amazing spray transfer. They need to kill him faster. Well done, well done.
Well, that's a great start to this pistol round for Optic Gaming, but Azza brings it straight back. No bomb spotted, it is on mid for the time being, but now it's a 3-on-3. Azza rotating away from A onto Speedway, maybe keeping an angle on Arch, but now he's too deep towards B to do that either. He's still 0 through mid, and they will think maybe that no one is here. You see Config through the bomb to Yugi. Again, very important. You rarely see the bomb thrown on the floor mid-round by a T-side because that would have given an audio cue. That would have been all the information you still had needed. But now he hears nothing, and he thinks he's flanking. He thinks he's making a master play, but there's nobody on Banana. There is nobody on Banana. This may be confusing for Optic as well, because why on earth would there be no one on A? Surely this can't be true. And that spam will tell a story. So now we have Azza moving towards A, while Lucillo finds out, okay, nobody's in B. Jacob needs to get his skates on as well. Optic maybe still not believing that there's nobody there. And that confusion may buy time for the CTs to get closer than they otherwise might have been. Lucillo not considering Boiler. Jacob's the one with the kit, though. Config's, oh boy. I was going to say setting up for a crossfire, for a trade fragging situation, but no, absolutely wrecks.
Config got called the hell out. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, and we could see what was happening. He was just going to mess with them, be very, very annoying, and on his first attempt, that was an insane shot from Azza.
Don't call it a comeback. Shut it down.
Oof. Ice in his veins. The anti-force spy is on. There are 2 AKs on the table. Snappy's holding W.
Taken down in isolation, and then Cajun B will be joining the fray afterwards. Ooh, that long range not quite working out for JKS. However, the bomb has been secured. No smoke for Jacob, but there is a rotation from Azza coming to join in. I'm sure a HE will soon be deployed. Nifty going down through the smoke. Config going down from the shrapnel, leaving Yugi looking to make a hero play, trying to find the right angle, but just facing the UMP spray instead. Round number 14 for Renegades.
Both AKs converted, and the Renegades are 2 away from ending this, ending the day, ending the whole day, ending Optic's
existence.
Last run at ECS. They actually, yeah, they might have to. They'll have to fight in the relegation tournament. Unfortunately, I mean, on the bright side, it wasn't this roster that got them here, so I'm sure they'll be confident.
Hope that Hector finds some stability with this roster now.